Should you see Barbie? Welcome to I Just Watched. I'm Joseph, and we're talking Barbie. Spoilers ahead, just in case. However, let's get into it. Let's discuss. Overall, I really enjoyed the movie. Surprisingly, more than I expected to. I thought it was going to be a fun, good, enjoyable movie. But I really like the messages that they present. And yes, the clear message is down with patriarchy, and it's a strong feminist film. What I really liked is that at the end they push forward this overall message about, taking a chance on yourself, finding yourself, and believing in yourself. How many times am I gonna say it, yourself? However, that is the biggest part that I got from it at the end, when it's stereotypical Barbie, aka Margot, who's explaining it to Beach Ken, aka Ryan Gosling, and letting him know you don't have to be this, you don't have to be that. What do you want? Figure out who you are, love yourself, and then be that. And when she's literally presenting this idea to him, she has a self-realization where she understands that she no longer wants to be stereotypical Barbie. She no longer wants to be Barbie. And she wants to go out into the world and live a life. She wants to, go through the emotions, the roller coaster that is being human, the ups, the downs, the happies, the sads. And I really like the story because in Barbie Land, it felt over the top, the gestures, it felt beautiful, it felt vibrant. It took a sec to adjust because I was like, oh, this feels like The Neighborhood and Cat in the Hat, the live action one, where everything was the same. Even though it's not just aesthetically, it felt like that because I knew it's not real. But then everyone did such a great job of bringing the characters to life, bringing the world to life. And it felt like if I was imagining Barbie Land, it felt like it just came to life. And that's what I really enjoyed about that aspect. I think my biggest nitpick in this movie, and it sucks because I enjoy the dude, is Will Ferrell and his little team of board members. They felt like they were supposed to be the villain, or they were supposed to be the representation of your villainous patriarchy fiends, but they were just too goofy. I think it would have felt a little bit more intense, or they would have fit better, because Barbie and Ken being goofy in the real world made sense because they're out of pocket. They're not there. They don't know what's what. They don't deal with your day to day. So it made sense for them just to be goofy in that sense and to be stand out. But then you go to Mattel and it's Will Ferrell who's like the head CEO, and then you have the whole board, but they're just the same amount of goofy and out of place. Like, they felt like they didn't belong in the real world either. Even if they were still over the top, I would have preferred them to be over the top in that evil, malicious way. I think that would have made them better villains. But I mean, that's my biggest nitpick, and just Will Ferrell I know he's goofy, I know he's hilarious, and I love the dude. But here it would have been cool to see a little bit different side of him, almost like the dad in the Lego movie. When he shows up, he's more stern, a little stricter, and he's taking away from the kids' imagination, which is the movie. So in this one, I would have preferred something similar where he was taking away the idea of Barbie being able to experience life and just go back in the box. However, that's my biggest nitpick. Overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I think it's a fun movie. The music's great, even though I'm still upset that we don't have the original Aqua song. It's still a good movie. That would have made it better, because how do you not love that song? And it's Barbie, and it's a Barbie world. Life in Plastic is fantastic. Like, it would have made sense. I'm letting it go little by little. I think it's a really good movie. I think you'll enjoy it if you haven't seen it. I love the pink that people are rocking. I like pink. It's not even my favorite color, but it's my second favorite color. That's not the point. Throughout the whole film, Margot kills it, and Margot brings to life Barbie. I don't mean just because she looks like your stereotypical Barbie or whatever. She brings emotion to this doll. Why am I feeling this way? Why am I crying all of a sudden? And the way they presented it, I thought was really well done. It made me feel an emotional connection to this fictional character. And then on the other end, you have Ken, Ryan Gosling, who I think did a great job. And also, shout out to all the Barbies and all the Kens. I think everyone did an immaculate job. But these two being your stars had the heaviest burden to carry when it came to the film. Him becoming a partial villain was all in the fact that he just felt unseen, unnoticed. And he's like, the only way he can get love or attention from Barbie was to become this manly man who's all about horses and brewski beers. He went from Ken to bro Ken. And I like the dynamic when you finally find out. He's like, look, I don't care for this. I just, when I found out it wasn't about horses, I really lost interest. I just wanted to be seen. And I like the aspect that she goes like, you are seen, but you have to see yourself. Made it an emotional movie, and I didn't expect that as much as I expected just a goofy adventure story involving Barbie. So we got this emotional deep dive into society that I just wasn't prepared for. So it rocked me in a good way. I recommend it. I think it's a really, really good movie. Mad respect to Greta with her homage and references to like classic Hollywood, to 2001 Space Odyssey, and to more. Like you can see the love of cinema in this movie. Parts of that are going to get overshadowed just because it's Barbie and it's fun and it's catchy. But you can see there's thought and depth involved throughout the whole thing. And that's what really caught me off guard, but then really made me enjoy the movie. So I would love to hear your thoughts if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, I say check it out. But I love hearing from y'all. But until next time, stay safe, be well, y con mucho amor. Adios.